I am Antonia from AQA, and if you're looking at this video right now, you must be interested into quant trading or research in Hong Kong. I'm going to interview a quant and a quant trader, which FYI is a very lucrative job, which can generate around 1 million to 2 million Hong Kong dollars a year as a fresh graduate. Henry got offers from Credit Suisse, Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, and Citadel, graduating from a computer science degree. He will share with you the insider tips that no one else tells you elsewhere if you want to plan your career towards Quant. Let me welcome Henry.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Henry. So I'm currently a quant and also a quant developer in a hedge fund. So I believe like a lot of you guys watching, I'm just a normal like university student, graduate from local universities. So how I get into this field is very interesting. So when I was in uni, I have switched a major multiple times and eventually settled down with a computer science and also math majors. So at the time while I'm still in uni, I did not think about what I actually want to do. But one time I come across an event organized by an investment bank, and that's the time I found out about this industry. And after conducting more research about the industry later on, I found that they have a huge demand for STEM students, and also like most importantly, it's financially very lucrative. So that's why at the time I do my best in order to break into the industry and eventually like become a quant and also quant developers as I'm currently doing.
That's so interesting. But then what made you choose quant over the traditional programming career? And also taking into account that the prospect is obviously better.
So like for me it's like there's no exact reason why programming versus quant. I would rather say like programming career is very interesting indeed. Like they have the big tech, Google, Facebook, Meta, etc. So but for me it's a more like a personal like interest. So since I was like in primary school, I have been competing in different fields like mathematics, physics, and that's the time that like I found myself I'm more like intellectually stimulating when working on those quantitative work. So apart from that, like for me, I'm currently in Hong Kong. So like if you're in like financial hubs like Hong Kong, Chicago, New York, London, now there's a huge upside for you to work in the financial industry as a STEM student. And like in terms of the industry itself, it's quite interesting because it's huge and it's separated into different small parts. And if you are the one that are working close to the money making strategies, of course, like you will have a huge upside in terms of financially speaking. But like I would say, no matter you're a quant who love mathematics or love data, or you're a programmer who love coding, within financial industry, there's a lot of different roles available to you. And even there are roles like quant strategist or quant developer. They're suitable for people that enjoy doing both programming work and also like mathematical work. And like be more specific, let's talk about Hong Kong. There are roles across the buy side, which is like the like Citadel, Jane Street, all those like companies, or sell side, the traditional investment bank. They have positions all around, and the career progression for them both are very interesting and also very attractive. And I think, and also one of the reason like people get in is because of the money side, and for like the statistic I get around, and also like for the people close to me, like in this industry, generally if you're within 5 years of experience, you can earn around 1 million to 3 million total compensation. So it's indeed very attractive amount of money to like to myself at least.
Okay, no, that's great. And if you were to give more detail, how would you explain what you do as a quant?
So for myself, like during my work for the algo trading team, I do a lot of different things. So for some of the work, I will help conducting statistical analysis on some of the trading strategies. And sometimes I might spending my time on researching new machine learning models, new statistical model in order to improve some of the prediction, like predictive analytics we have within. And also, I also might spend some time on optimizing the parameters existing for the models and conduct back testing with our simulation library to find out what is the best parameter in order to improve the trading performance. So apart from those day-to-day work, occasionally I will spend some time on reading papers or books or like do some data crunching so that I can generate some ideas and inspirations in order to come up with a new model or strategy to improve the trading performance. So aside from those more quantitative related work, you need to implement the stuff. So that's why I spend part of my time to work spend on the working pipeline. Basically, I coordinate with the data team and also the software team in order to implement different ideas we came up. And like also I spend some time to write my own library and also code to support my day-to-day works.
Okay, and then to help some of the people that are watching this video, what would you say are the requirements for Quant in terms of knowledge, skills they need to learn, and what majors can be considered for Quant?
So although Quant is inside the financial industry, I would say is the people they want is very different from the traditional IBD people. So for fresh graduate, for myself or for some of my friends get into Quant, they don't even know what is a stock. They never trade stock on their own. But one thing for sure is that we all know math, statistics, and computer science extensively. So for all the quant developers and traders that I know, nearly like 95 or 99% of them graduated from with a STEM major. So in terms of the majors that are most suitable for being a quant, I would say is electrical engineering, computer science, math, statistics, physics, and quantitative finance. Those people are equipped with the most relevant skills for this job. So that's why in a lot of JD for the quant-related posts, you can see like they decide the people with graduate with those majors.
Okay, so for a year one student who studies either engineering, maths, physics, statistics, what is your advice for his university life if he wants to break into Quant?
So for university life, I would say like a lot of my friends that are working in Quant, they study really, really hard. So in order to break into the industry, I would say the only advice I would have is to study hard and take as many like math, statistics, CS foundation course and aim to get a straight A on all those courses. And for some of the people that are willing to do more in their undergraduate study, I would recommend them to try to take graduate level courses on those domains as soon as possible, which helps you to build a better foundations that for you to conduct your day-to-day work. And at the same time, apart from those academic stuff, I would strongly recommend doing more internship would definitely help. So as long as the internship helping you to putting your skill set on math and programming to test, I would say like just do it because it really helps you to bring those abstract concepts you learn in the classroom to real life. And this kind of skill set of relating what you learn and how you apply it is something that quant positions or in general like any positions are looking for those graduate graduate students.
Okay, so those are very insightful tips for students that study math, physics, and all the majors that we just mentioned. But what about students that study business? How can they land an offer in Quant?
So for business students that are majoring in quantitative finance or economics or any like sort of like math intensive subjects, I would say they also have an edge thanks to their study on those quantitative courses throughout their undergraduate life. So it would be even better for those students if they can spend some time on taking programming course or get some like rigorous training on math by taking those math and mathematical analysis courses. But like if you're not majoring on those math intensive courses, I would recommend if you're still in your undergraduate study, take as much like those courses as possible in order to train up your skill set in math and also programming. Or like some of my friends also do it is that after they graduate, they might enroll into some of the master program that are like a mathematical intensive, like especially like financial engineering. That's one of the most relevant master related to quant.
Okay, great. And then when we dig deeper into the whole application process, can you tell us some insider information about the whole interview procedure and how can people prepare for these interviews?
That's a very interesting question. Like a lot of people will ask, how should I prepare my interview? So, for instance, when I was helping to interview for my previous firm, we asked questions ranging from statistics, machine learning, and even some software engineering practices. Meanwhile, like as a lot of you guys, maybe you do research online or hear from friends, you will know that some of the firms really like to ask something like maybe financial product knowledge, brain teasers, or like a computer science level algorithms. So in order to answer all these questions well, my recommendation would be like really spend time on studying the fundamentals of those subjects well. So let's say like what is linear regression, like what's assumption behind it, how to derive the formula in order to compute it. So like these kind of questions can appear from here and there, but the bottom line is study hard and you will be rewarded of like to perform well in those interviews.
I'm sure this is going to be very, very helpful. And then how about young professionals that are already developing other type of jobs and want to transition to quant? What advice would you have for them?
So I think like one of the key knowledge key thing is that you need to have the technical skills. So as long as no matter you're young professionals or your undergraduate students, you need to ensure that you have sufficient technical knowledge in order to pass the interview. That would be the key. And apart from that, once you have built up that capability through maybe additional study or your self-study, the second step, I would say, really do research about the job role that you're going to apply. Because in the industry, the con can mean a lot of things, and you really need to find out if that role is suitable for you, and also the career development of that specific role is really aligned with your interests. So just don't like see it's a con role, so let's apply it. It's not that like that. There's a huge diversity like for even for this role.
Okay, and then how would you see quant in the future, both in Hong Kong, in Asia, or even globally?
Con like or in general, any kind of job that like requiring math, statistics, and programming skills are becoming more and more important in the future. So like because in this like in these ages, there are more and more data available on the market. And due to this, like there will be a huge demand of people with the skill set in order to analyze those data and provide edges, like let's say for funds, in order to achieve better returns. But regardless of your interest is in the financial market or in other industry, it's always nice to equip yourself with more like quantitative skills for like the age of data and also AI.
Thank you so much for this information, Henry. So now we have prepared a guide to help you get your first quant internship. In the guide, we include the quant cold email template, trading firm list, and quant CV templates. This is going to be very useful for you to break into quant. You can go to the description box and fill in the form to download it for free. This is all for today and hope to see you next time.